Going on, guys? Austin, welcome back to the channel. We're actually at San Antonio Power Wash store getting some equipment maintenance done. Had the last truck here yesterday, got some help with the AR45. It wasn't priming right, had some other issues, got that fixed. Now we're here with the other truck, getting this truck fixed. So that soft wash hose, the OG soft wash hose that I had when I originally bought this skid, it completely locked up on us. The whole motor is locked up. It's rusted the hell and back. So we're swapping that all out. We're getting a brand new electric hose reel. It's gonna be a Titan hose reel. These are gonna be Kings. Obviously they don't have a King setup, so we're gonna go with the Titan hose reel. New hose, new soft wash gun. And then we're also gonna swap out the soft wash pump. Even though it's working perfectly, we're just gonna go ahead and put a freshie on there. Let's do some equipment maintenance today. And I also have a new one of these. We're gonna go ahead and swap that out and get this replaced. The whole manifold system, you can see it's kind of leaking in here. You know, all this stuff is the OG stuff. You know, every once in a while I kind of come through, do some preventative maintenance. Rather it happen here on my own time than in the field when I need stuff to work and then it doesn't work. So just one thing that us power washers have to do. Equipment maintenance sucks, but part of the game. Here note, you know, I've been posting some of my junk removal shorts recently on my channel, and I had one comment. One of the comments was saying, like, man, Austin is over here wasting his time moving an old dirty mattress. The power washing business must not be going well for him to be out there moving a mattress. A couple things on that. One, power washing business is pretty much on autopilot. That's what happens when you grow a business, right? You're able to step away from it and not be so much in the field doing every single job personally. A lot of times with the power washing business, I find myself, you know, as far as the day-to-day basis goes, you know, like, what am I doing in the power washing business? Well, I'm in charge of all the operations. I'm in charge of all the equipment, making sure all that's functioning, which is what I'm doing right now. Take a day out of the week, you know, do some maintenance on everything, make sure everything's working right. I'm here in San Antonio getting that fixed. And then I do a lot of business growth stuff. So reach out to our customers, run our text message campaigns, email campaigns, you know, try and get more customers, right? Engage in our current customer clientele. That's basically what I'm doing in my power washing business. We're the #1 company in our city. We've done what we needed to do. Now we're just maintaining and focusing on our reoccurring client base. So that's what's going on with the power washing business. As far as the junk removal business, guys, this is what it looks like to start something fresh. It's one of the things you guys appreciated so much in my channel whenever I first started, like 4 or 5 years ago on YouTube, which was doing all the crappy stuff, the grind stuff, you know, going out there and knocking doors, putting out yard signs, right? I'm doing that all over again. And, you know, yeah, I have a lot of free time right now. The power washing business is, you know, I have a lot of free time. I'm very, very flexible. So if I want to go knock out a junk job, film it, put it up on YouTube, on TikTok and Instagram, it's called being proactive in the business. It's called creating content, putting it on our Instagram pages. We started an Instagram and a TikTok for our junk removal pages, and they've actually been doing quite well. One of those videos has over 100,000 views, and we're literally just moving junk, right? But I understand a lot of you guys that have your heads screwed on straight and know what I'm talking about, all right? And I'm really, really excited to start making some content with the junk removal business. And, you know, I'm gonna do exactly what we did with the power washing business and just copy paste that same formula to the junk removal business. Start a website, get your branding together, do your boots on ground marketing, get a good website, run SEO, do Google ads, take care of your customers, make sure you prioritize Google reviews, right? All the same similar setups that we did in the power washing business, I'm going to copy and paste it to the junk removal business. And I'm going to film and document that whole thing for you guys, just so you guys can see I'm fully transparent and I'm out in the field and I'm doing what I need to do on a day-to-day basis. I know a lot of you guys appreciate that. A lot of you guys love that OG style content. And we've been doing a lot of good stuff with the junk removal business, guys. Firefighter Junk Removal, you guys can look us up. We've been doing a lot of good things. New websites up and live, pictures are done, content branding's all done. Our Instagram social media pages are out there. We have a whole idea for that. And we've been kicking ass with our emails and text message campaigns to our realtors. And we're actually pretty much killing it with Google ads. We partner with Social Media Pros to get our Google ads going. And I can't wait to show you guys those results. Even yesterday, we were able to get 8 leads. Okay, we are spending about $50 a day on Google ads, but it's paying off big time. So I'm gonna make a whole video kind of outlining what we've done starting 2 months ago up until now and what's been going on in the last 2 months. That way you guys can kind of see what's been going on with that. Another question I get is the hood cleaning business. Are we still, am I still in the hood vent cleaning business, the commercial restaurant hood vent cleaning business? Since I made a video a couple months ago in February saying how I was launching into this. Yes, I'm still in the business, okay? We have about 40 restaurants in circulation that we do quarterly. I just don't make any content on that, guys, because it's in the middle of the night. It's night work, okay? I'm not gonna be out in the field at 2 o'clock in the morning with our hood vent cleaning guys filming hood videos. I have way too much to do during the day for me to budget time to go in the middle of the night. That's what you do when you're a business owner. You delegate work for someone else to do it. Someone else that's far more skilled than me and that's willing to go out there and do this kind of work. On another note, another thing that I'm super excited for this year is our holiday lighting stuff. Now, a lot of you guys know I talked about holiday lighting a lot last year. I was sleeping on holiday lighting the previous years, guys. I really wish I started Christmas lights earlier than I did. I would have been able to scoop up a large portion of market share in my area, but I didn't. I was focused on power washing. So we started last year and we were able to scoop up $50,000 worth of business, starting just after Halloween and then ending a couple weeks, or I think it was like a week before Christmas. And that was just texting our previous customers. We didn't do any outside marketing, any ads. All we did was reach out to our customer base, said, hey, do you or are you interested in holiday lighting? And here's how it works. And we were able to scoop up $50K worth of work. I was completely surprised just how many people are interested in holiday lighting. Now, holiday lighting, it has some things you got to learn, just like anything. But if you guys are interested, you guys can check out there's a lot of helpful videos on YouTube. Okay, but look into holiday lighting. It's a great business. And I do a whole workshop in my Service Business Pros group, first link down below, where I kind of teach you guys how to go to your customers, how to use MailChimp, how to use ChatGPT, and how to pitch your clients and how to get actual responses with the highest response rate. And we were able to, I mean, last year we got 100 or 150 text messages in a span of 2 days from reaching out to our 3,000 clients, which is, pretty damn good with that many clients. And we were able to turn up a good portion of work. This year, we're gonna do Google Ads. I put a big 12-foot sign out in front of my property. We're still reaching out to our clients. We're gonna utilize yard signs, not afraid to use those, even though we're at a spot where we're at in our business. And it's gonna be a really fun and exciting time this year. Okay, so that kind of gives you the full picture of what's been going on recently, what I've been up to. On another note, guys, I've been really thinking about this 30-day 100K challenge that I did back in, May or June or something like that. How much work that was, but also how much you guys really enjoyed that style of content. I'm thinking about doing it again this next 30 days, so it'll probably be October, and we're gonna do it with a junk removal business. I think, now obviously we're not gonna aim for 100K, but we're just gonna aim for growth, and I'm gonna show you guys every single day, and I'm gonna actually dedicate every single day, even bouncing between both businesses, the power washing, what I'm doing with that, how I'm maintaining and growing that, and with the junk removal business. I have so many ideas, and a lot of it is going to be grunt work in the trenches, stuff that you have to do when you guys are just getting started, okay? Even with money that we're able to use that I didn't have when I started the power washing business, but now that I have starting the junk removal business, that still does not mean you can skip a lot of this beginner stuff. I still love the yard signs. I still love going out there and marketing it and doing door to door and all that active and proactive stuff in the business we have to do. At least that's what you got to do if you want to win. If you want to go out there and be a major player, okay, there's a lot of competition out there. Even in the power washing side of things, there's so much competition out there. How are you going to separate yourself? How are you going to be memorable? How are you going to, how are you going to stay in that customer's ear? There's so many things, guys. I mean, it's just surprising to me how many people think that just because they have a website up and a Google My Business up, that their phone's going to ring. It's just not how it works. There's 10 or 20 other people online that are attempting to do the same thing that you are doing, are probably doing it better than you are, all right? And that's how you have to come to terms with that. It is a dog-eat-dog world out there. Okay, you got to get more creative. You got to send better emails, better text messages. Yard signs need to be better. Websites have to be a lot more personal. Pictures, you and your family, you and your equipment, you and your team. Good quality photos, not stock images, not photos taken off an old iPhone. Good before and after photos that are actually lined up, right? That aren't taken in two different spots. You got to be better than your competition, at least if you want to go out there and scoop up the market share, guys. It's getting harder and harder. It's a funny thing about business and about the service business. It's getting harder and harder to win, but it's also never been easier to win it. And I say that because, well, on the flip side, with the how it's harder. There's just so much competition. So many people are flooding into the service business world because of YouTube, because of TikTok, because of all these people making videos. Maybe they watched an Austin Davis video, I don't know. But they're going out there and they're attempting to do this service, right? So you have a lot of competition. The good side, and why it's never been easier, is because a lot of these people they're sheep. They think that they can do something, and they don't have the wherewithal to actually go out there and successfully put the time in, and they know what it takes to actually do something like this. Also, in the information age that we are in right now, with ChatGPT, which we did not have whenever I first got started, with the amount of information that's out there, which was not available when I first got started, a lot of times I had to figure out this stuff the hard way. You can learn a lot about a subject in a very short amount of time with just about anything in this world. If you want to learn about it, you can find it online. It's free, it's in video, it's in books, on podcast. It has never been easier to go out there and make money and start a business than it is today. On the flip side of that, there's a lot of people starting businesses and trying to make money today, okay? So take that information for what you will, okay? But if you're gonna start something, whether it's service business, whether it's any kind of business, a side hustle, dive all in, get 1% better every single day. It's hard to make leaps and bounds and set huge goals that you can accomplish in a week, okay? Those are hard tasks. Don't do that. Get 1% better every day, right? Learn a new trick, do something with your marketing, put a yard sign out there, call a real estate office, talk to some realtors, call a commercial site, call a for sale sign, talk to a realtor, right? Like, so many things. Work on your website, schedule some professional photography, get a little 1% better every single day, and stack these little wins, okay? Stack little wins and little wins and little wins. Then over a course of a year's time, you're gonna have a lot of wins, not too many L's, because every single day you've worked on something, right? It also gives you something to do every day. Hey, Monday, I'm gonna solely focus on this. Like today's Tuesday, I'm working on our equipment, making sure that's locked and loaded, ready to go. Okay, maybe tomorrow I'm gonna focus solely on the firefighter stuff, on the junk removal stuff. What do I need to do? What needs to be improved? Where can I, get some cash together and put some cash towards this? This is kind of the stuff you need to be, going through. I don't know about you guys, but that's how my mind works. I'm always thinking like, what needs to be done? What money needs to be spent? What things need to be wrenched on or fixed on for us to get better by the end of the day? Hey, I hope you guys got some entertainment from this video. If you did, hit the subscribe button. We're trying to hit 100,000 subscribers this year. Comment down below what you want to see next, and I'd love to see you on the next video. Peace.